it out, Mark. You know, you can play your game or whatever, but there's no way. And then, you know, Future Bubble ended up getting him a PC, and then I saw, and I was like, oh, wait, he wasn't joking.
No.
But anyway, here we go. Going into game one of Lores versus BalloonBoy. That Mega Man has been impressing us tremendously.
I'm just happy to see the Mega Man representation.
Same.
Like, this is such a cool crossover. I mean, I love the 8-bit light attack sounds. Very nostalgic for me in particular. Very fun legend to watch.
Oh, and wow. Yeah, I mean, absolute obliteration for BalloonBoy. Manages to hit Lores first with the tornado hold, and then goes up and then manages to get a gravity cancel string with those boots as well to force him off just a little bit far enough where Lores is like, well, I haven't touched the wall this entire time. BalloonBoy's cooking again, right? I don't think anyone really thought about the BalloonBoy boots. You know, they're like, oh, okay, like, you know, he has blasters here, you know, maybe expecting Bo.
Yeah, Devil Jin, Diana, those sort of legend picks. But no, we've seen him do the VV thing before. Ooh, he got in a bad spot. Great ground pound from Lores, one of the harder ground pounds in the game to connect on, and Lores made it look easy.
Yeah, it's nice to see some Mega Man representation at the top level as well. I mean, I think Clem might be the second best.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice flame sword usage there from BalloonBoy, but Lores answering back here. Po goes with a down air, goes for the ground pound. Great timing from BalloonBoy.
He's so good. And again, dodging through that ground pound, weapon throw out, swapping over to the blasters, and now we're going to see that edge guard come in, missing on the D-Light. Lores just scrambling over there, trying to get something going. BalloonBoy grabbed to cancel D-Light into recovery, and that's going to go ahead and get rid of that second stock from Lores, and BalloonBoy is like cruise controlling through this first game, bro.
Yeah, I mean, he's having an absolutely good time here. I mean, dashing back onto the stage, gets the end light as well. Not gonna be able to get anything true off of that. Just kind of tries to fight for positioning a little bit. Laura's swinging with that orb, forcing him to the corner, and we'll see how BalloonBoy tries to recover.
He's good.
Nice, just jumps around, you know, make sure he does that recovery under the stage, so it's hard for Laura to do anything about it, and then just uses the rest of his jumps to get back. Huge damage.
Yeah. There we go. That's going to put the Triple B on his final stock. He's done a little work on Lores' last one, but definitely not going to be an easy win for him at all. Lores, especially after taking that huge, full stock loss at the very beginning, has climbed his way back to an absolutely equal team, equal game.
I mean, he really earned it, right? I mean, BalloonBoy trying his best to, kind of keep that pressure on these boots, having a little bit of a hard time getting it on this orb, though, right? I mean, boots also kind of a weapon that struggles in a range department, but once it gets in, it really kind of pummels you down. And here we go. A couple openings for BalloonBoy here. Won't be able to get the side air onto Lores, but forces him to the corner. And as long as BalloonBoy can hold this, down sig might come soon as well. So we have to make sure Lores is looking out for that too. But picks up his spear, and now he can space him out a bit better.
Yeah, that'll give Lores a little bit more of an advantage here. BalloonBoy, though, catching the landing on the sidelight,
nice.
going to take him all the way up to the sky. Can he catch the landing?
Flame sword,
he does. Signature is going to connect. See if he can go ahead and find this knockout opportunity against Lores, because he needs to do it now because he's getting very close to knockout range himself, but it doesn't matter because BalloonBoy takes game number one.
Okay, BalloonBoy. Another one, right? Winning, I mean, at this point, this Mega Man has just been everything he needs. It's that quick stock he got, where he was able to get that gravity cancel sidelight into the side air to push after he got that slide charge down sig. Really good.
Yeah, I mean, you see what kind of lead that gave him, and it really does make me nervous going into game number two. That Lores almost brought that completely back. What does BalloonBoy do if he doesn't have a full stock advantage?
Yeah, right? Like, it's... sometimes that happens. Sometimes it's the ebb and flow of the match, but Lores definitely did seem like he was piecing some things together there. And, I mean, look at this swap, right? I mean, the proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the pudding. I'm just saying. Y'all see what I see on the screen. Y'all know what time it is.
You can see the smirk on BalloonBoy's face.
BalloonBoy's like,
come on, man.
Sugar, honey, iced tea, man. Man, we doing this. I was just saying, BalloonBoy won't have to worry about this for at least a couple of sets. I lied.
Yeah, you did not tell the truth, Flambo.
His sleep paralysis demon clown is here to go ahead and give him more challenges.
Okay, Lores with the chakrams in hand and then going straight to work on BalloonBoy, lifting him all the way up in the sky and getting good damage on him already. BalloonBoy already in orange, getting close to knockout range, and that's coming off the chakrams.
Let's see if BalloonBoy can deal with this. It was already looking kind of tough for them in the last game. Gets a down air, gets two actually, so that's going to be good damage. We get roped in, and unattempted read. This is a huge opportunity for some punishes, and I actually love that he goes for the weapon throw into the unarmed recovery and a gravity cancel D-Light recovery. Not quite enough, but perfect perfect punishes from BalloonBoy.
Yeah, he knew exactly where that neutral sig was going to take Lores and was right there waiting on him. Able to go ahead and get the good punish. He's trying to fish with those fused dares, swapping to split. Recovery is going to connect, and that is going to be BalloonBoy's first stock. Lores having the advantage.
Okay, now let's see BalloonBoy. What else can you do here? Getting chopped up by these chakrams. I mean, has to get to the weapon here. Manages to pick up a blaster. And one more Sayer can kind of force Lores here if he doesn't touch the wall. Oh, he missed the jump input. Rough stuff for BalloonBoy. That would have been the stock. But now, having to find another opportunity, but it does present itself, and he manages to get those boots into the recovery to secure that first stock off of Lores.
All right.
Tornado hold. He held it down.
Yeah, he did. Okay, it didn't take too much of a punish from it, actually. Everything's pretty much tied up as Lores is getting some good connections off of those chakrams over on the left side. Reaching up, okay, the Sayer is going to whiff, and so is the dare. That Sayer is going to connect those. BalloonBoy finds his way back up on stage, gets that edge guard in. But Lores dare and pulls BalloonBoy right up back into the sky.
Okay, let's see. Side air coming up from Lores. Gets scooped up, goes for the recovery. It's not going to connect. BalloonBoy fighting to get back onto the stage. Kind of in the danger zone now. Has a lot of damage racked up here. Lores going for another recovery, and that's going to confirm that knockout off the top KO box. And I don't know. We'll see if BalloonBoy can bring it back, but
yeah, this is looking
he's not too far behind, though.
No, not at all. He's having a hard time, though, with these chakrams. But I mean, for not having to expect to play it, I mean, he is adapting pretty well. That could put Lores on his final stock. It does, and we got a pretty close game.
Yeah, I think he got hit once, maybe twice, but outside of that, I mean, BalloonBoy in a really good spot to go ahead and secure this game number 2. Lores, you know, swapping on the chakrams have been making it difficult, but look at this advantage there from BalloonBoy. That's like 5 unanswered hits.
Hit him again. We see the D-Light going to come off the edge guard. No.
Making that side light have true combo is one of those things that people, is one of the best patches for BalloonBoy. Oh, and he goes for the,
no!
Oh, wow, I can't believe it. He goes for the down sig on the blasters there, but it doesn't quite hit. I got tripped up for a second. I haven't seen the particle effects on that one in a minute, but D-Light recovery is the name of the game, and BalloonBoy secures game number 2 and is like, you know what? I earned myself a swig of water for that one.
So what does Lores think now? I mean, he was like, all right, you know, this kid's really good. I'm going to switch over to Priya. This'll do it. BalloonBoy shuts it down.
Listen, BalloonBoy is the real deal. That's the thing.
I know he is.
Yeah,
I've been trying to tell the community this for like 2 years now.
I mean, 2 years. I mean, I don't know about 2 years ago. 2 years ago, he was still good, but he was not BalloonBoy now, man.
You're right. He woke up one day last year.
There was a time where I could beat BalloonBoy in rank.
Right.
Whatever time that was, he was not the real deal. Now he's the real deal.
He woke up, was like, I'm gonna be good at this game starting today, and he's been a great showing.
But right back to the dusk here. Okay, which you know what? I'm happy about, because that kind of shows that, like, you can't just pick up like your pocket chakrams, you know, and then just get the dub that you thought would be so easy. Oh, the weapon's so busted or whatever. I'm just gonna swap over to it, do what I've seen everyone else do this week, and it'll work, right? Nope. Only Tranquilo has been the one to successfully make that happen, and he's been a specialist the entire weekend, never swapping off, and you can tell he put the most hours.
Absolutely. Oh, there we go. Nice Sayer from Lores, and carving out a good lead.
Okay, now BalloonBoy needs to get a weapon here, dashing over to the right side. Lores saying, I don't want this to be a 3-0 and a handshake. Can I get these punishes? And so far, I mean, in a pretty good spot, but BalloonBoy's answering back. Goes for a ground pound. Can we get the turnaround from Lores? Not quite.
Dodge.
Good timing. Yeah, exactly, right? That dodge was so perfect.
What a beautiful dodge. You know, we've seen BalloonBoy in this position before, and he was able to get it back. Oh, though, catching with the neutral light off of Lores. Oh, recovery is going to whiff. BalloonBoy misses the landing. And Lores still, once again, not able to get a good, solid punish onto that whiff.
And then what are you going to do here, BalloonBoy? How do you get him on the way back? He goes for the ground pound, doesn't time it right. He could have gotten that on the dodge in, but he had to be a little bit preemptive. We all know that Blaster's ground pound takes a little bit to wind up.
Oh, could not get anything off of that. Looking for the D-Light. Lores sees it, backs up, comes in with the side light.
Weapon throw is nice.
Caught with it, and the weapon throw is going to finish off that stock. BalloonBoy keeping it even.
All right, and BalloonBoy has another blaster in his hand. I always have to remember to use the singular, not the plural, when it's Mega Man, because he's holding one joint there.
All right, there we go. Sayer's going to send BalloonBoy out. Oh, he's looking for it. He does find a way back up. Weapon throw out, leaves him without anything. Lores fighting back, getting sent out unarmed. Okay, just going to throw the side sig out there. That's fine. Pogo off the top of BalloonBoy's head, and Lores getting pushed out off stage again. This is where BalloonBoy has had a lot of luck, and he pushed the wrong button, Flambeau.
Yeah, I was like, dang, okay. You know, sometimes you can get some down airs there, but that side air definitely seemed like the option. And now he's eating some pogos for his trouble, and his stock is probably gone. Yeah, there goes BalloonBoy. Lores has the lead, might be able to get his first game in this set here if he's able to keep this up. But he has had a lead the entirety of this game number 3. It hasn't been a massive lead, but he has been able to hold it. And I think that's a testament to something here. How much extra credit, extra damage can he get before he loses this stock?
You know, I think that's going to be very important because BalloonBoy has fought himself back from an entire stock deficit here. And there for a fleeting moment, it was even again.
Oh, the throw is
throw.
good.
An absolute specialist with the snipe going off the stage, and now we are all on the final stock. This is Lores' tournament stock at the Winter Royale. Can he convert it into a win and try and extend this to a game number 4? BalloonBoy, oh no, he missed off the dare. Lores, oh, nice Sayer. This could be bad for BalloonBoy. He's in a very bad spot, especially against Spear. Weapon throw out, switching over to Blaster, and here we go.
Yeah, Lores is looking to go ahead and close this one out. D-Light Sayer gives him a little bit of extra damage to Pogo as well. Now he can start fishing for that KO. He's in the range, goes for the side stick, it doesn't connect. Gets the side light, that doesn't connect either. The weapon throw to cover his landing, still can't find the opening on BalloonBoy. He's yeeting that weapon around. He wants this stock on, and BalloonBoy has to claw his way back here. The side air is gonna be enough, and it looks like Lores is gonna force the game 4, but BalloonBoy still has advantage.
Yeah, he's got a little room to work with, no reason to panic. He got down very early, was still able to go ahead and claw his way back, but Lores doing such a good job just standing his ground, doing what he knows works, sticking to the script, and trying to push through, and it eventually paid off for him in that game number 3. And, you know, he now is be able to extend this, get another game, another chance to extend this to a game number 5. It's going to be Dusk versus a Mega Man once again, and BalloonBoy is the first one to get some strikes in.
All right, now let's see. Lores has that orb here. Manages to get a little 2-piece, trying to rack up extra bits of damage, but BalloonBoy on his blasters have been so phenomenal to watch. His accuracy has been pretty good as well. Great side air, goes for the ender there with the leaf blade, but it doesn't quite connect.
No, not at all. Lores was ready for it. Now we're seeing him take advantage. A good punish, double pogo. BalloonBoy going to find his way back up on stage. Lores is right there to shut it down with the neutral light off the spear. Oh, no, he threw it away. He's unarmed. BalloonBoy is like, no problem. I'll go ahead and lift you up on and out of here. Going to take Lores off his first stock.
Yeah, that's the classic Brawlhalla elevator combo. You want to go to the top floor, Blaster's going to take you there. And now Lores just trying to answer back. Goes for the down stick. That's not going to connect either. There we go. Sideline to the side air. Tries to go for the double. That's not going to connect either. BalloonBoy trying his best. Trick shots him with the turnaround weapon throw. But Lores, you need to get this stock, buddy.
Yeah, he needs to go ahead and confirm it quick. There
okay,
it is.
Side sig. That's good.
Yeah, side sig will, and of course, get it done. Oh, man. All right. This one's a nail biter.
Yeah, I mean, Lores, you know, I'm always a fan of Game 5. More Brawlhalla is the best Brawlhalla, but,
Amen,
you know,
brother.
has some work to do here. I mean, was able to hold the advantage for the majority of the last game. This time around, though, playing from behind, needs to get a massive opening. Needs to get a dodge read and a double D-light, or just kind of poke back with these pogos and nairs.
Being very patient, being quite methodical. The Sayer is going to send Lores out, trying to get this follow-up Sayer. Couldn't find it. The third Sayer still going to whiff. Fourth Sayer still can't find a connection. BalloonBoy. Okay, Lores is doing such a good job of spacing him out with those nairs, bro.
Yeah, it's tough, too, because BalloonBoy's trying really hard to stay on top of Lores because, one, it's going to be that dead zone of the spear, but also it means he can set up for D-Light recovery if he sits there. But now he says, you know what, I'm going to just swap over to the boots, hit that tornado hold one more time for the fans, and get that stock as well.
And he got it indeed. All right, we can see, though, he's getting very close to the stock. He wants to get some bonus damage going into this final one. Sayer. Lores missing the pogo. BalloonBoy laying down the D-light, gets punished for it. Recovery up. Ceiling just a little too high.
All right, what's going to be the answer here? BalloonBoy throwing out that nair, going for the side air. It's not going to work. But, I mean, perfect response from Lores with the recovery on the spear to go ahead and bring stock out back to even without taking too much damage. Only in the light yellow here. Should be able to swing back onto BalloonBoy. BalloonBoy needs a weapon, gets that unarmed nair, and that gives him an opportunity to get these blasters. Gets the last blast of that downlight to go ahead and confirm that to the side air. But despite that you know, things aren't looking too terrible for Lores. The damage has been roughly evened out here. Only needs 1 or 2 more hits.
Oh yeah, absolutely. This has definitely come back to being an even game. Lores actually in a decent spot to try and extend this to a game number 5. Ooh, staying out of the D-Light from BalloonBoy, and here we go. The damage is starting to lay on. Pogo.
Hey, that's game.
BalloonBoy, oh no.
He hits him with the recovery.
He hit him again.
Oh, man.
Flambo, 1 more of those. That's going to be lights out for Lores. Can he get the Sair? Not enough. Weapon throw, not enough. BalloonBoy desperately trying to put it into this right here, right now. Misses on the D-Light.
Oh, goes for the read with those N6. He's been hitting those N6 all day today, but he can't seem to get it to land on BalloonBoy. That was another opportunity to go for it. It doesn't work. The side air is almost enough. BalloonBoy needs the edge guard to close this out now. The recovery's not going to be enough. Lores is coming down. How is he going to hang in here? How does he force the game 5? Does he get recovery by BalloonBoy? BalloonBoy goes for it. Instead, catches a Sair for his troubles, and Lores makes this set go to game number 5.
He indeed did. Man, BalloonBoy let it slip right in between his little Mega Man fingers,
this close,
bro.
I will say. It all started when Lores didn't get that pogo onto BalloonBoy doing the recovery. That should have been Lores' game there. But BalloonBoy picks the right timing. Lores doesn't. And then he gets a chance to, you know, kind of bring things back a little bit. He went for that boots recovery at the end. And looking back at it, I'm pretty sure had he done it to the right instead of the left, that might have just been the game for BalloonBoy. You know, it's small moments like that, but in Brawlhalla, it can be really difficult to know what side someone's going to land on top of you. And so, you know, you get mixed, and then game 5s happen.
This is rough because BalloonBoy did have game 1 and game 2, and now it has been Lores in the driver's seat. He is now, both of these gentlemen are now 1 game away from moving up into elimination finals to take on a Markimu, who has been an absolute menace this weekend.
And my personal opinion, I think blasters do not favor the person who's playing them in long sets. I think blasters are best for short sets because you have to be so accurate with the hitboxes that the longer the game goes on, the harder it is to go ahead and continue hitting the person. They start playing slower. They start understanding where you start putting out those hitboxes, and then it gives easier punishes. BalloonBoy having these game 5s, I don't think work in his favor.
No, and it's not working out so far as he is already in orange. He is almost knocked out, and he has not put a single hand on Lores yet on this opening stock.
Leads to the boots a little bit, or it gets 1 or reverse nair as well. Side air again, forcing Lores into the corner, but what's he going to do? He wants to line up a D-Light here. Will he be able to get it, or will Lores get over? Ooh, he goes for the down sig instead, and Lores hasn't touched the ground, and that's why BalloonBoy lets it rip on the recovery. He's trying to read his drift, but Lores holds away. Nice turnaround from BalloonBoy, and he touches the wall, and he gets the ground pound, and Lores won't be able to make it. BalloonBoy clutches and sneaks out of stock, and you can see in the player cam, Lores reeling back, wiping some sweat from his brow and pushing his hair out of his eyes. He did not want that turnaround to happen.
That was sick, bro.
It was so sick.
That was sick because he put so much on the line into that dare. If he didn't hit it, he was gone. And instead, he played the risk, he got the reward, and he does have a slight little lead against Lores, although I bet he wanted a little bit more bonus damage off of it before getting sent up to the stratosphere.
Honestly, if you're Lores here, you just got to be happy that you didn't let BalloonBoy run with that, right? Because for all intents and purposes, like, that should have been your lead from that position. But here, things are even. You can't be too mad at that. BalloonBoy is able to find the mark with these blasters since he's punishing Lores for whiffs, and that's exactly what he needs here. I mean, luckily for him, much easier to whiff punish spear than some other weapons, and so just like that, BalloonBoy is pushing so far forward, does a perfect gravity cancel, but he doesn't get the side air there, but it's fine, because look at all the damage he's racked up. He's holding the corner unarmed, and the perfect spawn from the blessing of Odin himself.
I was going to say, Odin blessing him with that one. Trying to give
goes for the recovery. Nice. Lores scouted it out.
Trying to give BalloonBoy just a little more of an advantage here. Ooh, nice air into the back of Lores. Send him out. And BalloonBoy is 1 stock away from going back up to moving forward to battle Markimu. Lores has got to shut it down, but he can't find any way to get in. There's no offense coming out of Lores in this game.
Lores is getting nervous. You can see it, man. Every single time BalloonBoy gets a hit, a stock, you can feel the recoil in Lores himself. And at this point, I mean, if you're BalloonBoy, you're like, I just got to hit him once, twice, start fishing for D-Light recovery, and the game is mine. Lores, are you going to let it happen? Can you get him down to the final stock? Can you be as clutch as some of the other people have been today?
Oh, that's a good start. Oh, he was in a pretty good position, too.
You need that edge guard,
He
Lores.
didn't punish the side sig. He missed. Lores with the pogo.
Weapon throw, and that should be it. Does he get the dodge back in time? He doesn't, but he gets the gravity cancel. Ensig, great coverage from Loras, though, not giving up the edge guard, but you got to give credit where credit is due. I forgot that was Vivi for a second, you know? Oh, man.
Oh, that was sick. Loras getting the advantage there, but man, that was great awareness from BalloonBoy, knowing, okay, I have a half an option.
Do you think D-Light recovery KOs here? I think he needs maybe one more hit. One more hit.
After that nair, maybe.
Let's see, he's trying, but Lora's not throwing out any attacks, right? This is what happens when you get this far in bracket. You got to be very careful. You got to pick your spots like that one. Loras, is that enough? It's enough! BalloonBoy takes out Loras and moves on to the Elimination Finals in a Game 5 nail-biter of a set. BalloonBoy has been going through the gauntlet today, and he is making it so far.
Winter Royale has been so fire, bro.
It's so good.
It's so fire. Are you kidding me? Just to put that in perspective, BalloonBoy has set at this stage and taken out Munir. He then took out Hughes. He then took out Loras, and now